Is fruit bad for your diet? You should know that the advice to eat plenty of fruits and vegetables is gravely flawed.
V-Shred is very popular in the fitness community.
And I know it's enough to make your head spin.
Vince is what you would call a fitness guru, and it doesn't take long to identify his infamy.
If you're interested in hearing why these two very common things never actually work, click the link on this video and take my body type quiz. When I was walking into Starbucks, some guy came up and goes, "How do you have such a good body?" And instead of sitting there for 30 minutes and talking to him about the 3 body types, I sent him to my free body type quiz.
Pretty much every single video this guy puts out is full of misinformation and really does nothing except mislead people and promote garbage products in the process.
I can't believe he's saying this stuff. It's mind-blowing that he's that stupid.
There is a simple way to completely transform your physique in as little as 12 weeks, like, say, Hugh Jackman did for the Wolverine movie.
I've seen with Facebook ads, he's running over 500, and that number will fluctuate, but he's spending millions on ads, definitely. There's a website called similarweb.com, and if you put in a URL of someone and they have a good amount of traffic, you can see how many website visitors they're getting. And so with V-Shred, it is in the millions.
Vince has even tried to invent his own dangerous exercises, to which Athlean X mocked.
Ow! Pizza or salad? Which one do you think I'm having for dinner tonight? Well, it's not this.
When I first got into weightlifting, I realized that there was so much for me to learn, not just to get good at it, but also to stay safe and make sure that everything I was doing was working well in service of my goals.
That's just science.
When you're new at something, especially something dangerous and something that some people consider to be a high barrier to entry, you will often get targeted with a lot of ads on YouTube and a lot of the typical business gurus, scammers, people like that who think that they have the secret to all the knowledge that you have yet to unlock. Particularly for me, one of the things I found most frustrating was that I was specifically looking for sources on how to bulk up with more muscle as a woman. But in the very beginning, when I would Google things like, how as a woman can I gain more muscle and lift to get strong and big, a lot of the results that would come up would be things like, ladies, don't worry about getting too big from weightlifting. You can weightlift without getting big. And I'm like, no, I'm trying to get big. I'm trying to get big. I'm trying to get bulkier. Thankfully, if you haven't been able to tell, over the past year, I've definitely gained quite a lot of upper body muscle. But it definitely wasn't an easy process, and there is no quick fix to any of this. However, one of the things that I came across during this process of searching for some new strategies was probably one of the most offensive fitness scammers of all time. You guys may have heard of him. He's a guy by the name of V-Shred.
But the fructose complicates the issue for most people, especially women. Well, guess what? These same rules apply to a lot of vegetables. Is fruit bad for your diet? You should know that the advice to eat plenty of fruits and vegetables is gravely flawed.
Vince has even tried to invent his own dangerous exercises, to which Athlean X mocked.
Ow! Now, just to be clear, V-Shred himself, or Vince, the guy who's the face of the company, is not actually the person behind all of the company's inner workings. He's more of just the figurehead, the guy who's super ripped looking, so they want him to be the face of the company.
Founded in 2015, V-Shred was formed by a group
Of internet marketers, fitness experts.
who likely found Vince a model at the time and understood that making him the face of the company would be a monetarily good idea.
There are a lot of other videos about V-Shred that I will link in the description below that you guys can check out about how he's not the one actually in charge of everything, although he does have a lot of qualities of basically a male version of Brittany Dawn. We've talked about her, I'll link that up in the cards. And today's video is not even going to focus on some of the bigger controversies he's been in. That one dangerous kettlebell workout exercise that Athlean X made fun of, nor his plagiarism scandals.
He highlighted how V-Shred had in fact been making content a little too similar to Athlean X.
Nor the fact that he did just the same shit that Brittany Dawn did and claimed to be selling these personalized workout routines when in reality he was just giving everyone the same exact thing. We're not even gonna talk about his whole dietitians don't really know what they're talking about You don't really need fruits and vegetables. Fruits and vegetables aren't actually that good for you. We're not even going to talk about that. Instead, today's video is going to focus on the sexism and sexist marketing that V-Shred uses.
Get you some nuts.
There was lots of memes. Makes me wonder if I should pick up lesbianism.
Chicago. You guys asked for it.
What's up, my fellow small business supporters? I'm Savvy. Welcome back to Savvy Writes Books. This is the channel where we talk about books and business, and today we are going to be talking about yet another business scammer. That is a man by the name of V-Shred. If you haven't already been following my second channel, Your Morning Guru, I will link it in the description below. Please check it out. We stream every weekday at 8 a.m. Central, and we did an entire week on V-Shred. Now, we can look at someone like V-Shred, hopefully, and know that he's absolutely bullshitting us about the fact that we don't need fruits and vegetables. We absolutely need foods with those nutrients. And I myself have been working a lot with a dietitian lately and trying to make sure that while I am trying to build up my body and also trying to recover from surgery right now, that I'm getting all those nutrients that I need. And guess what one of those nutrients is? Protein. And guess what helped me get a lot of protein today? This video sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Magic Spoon, a high protein, low carb breakfast cereal that comes in a variety of fun flavors. During the past month on my morning show, Your Morning Guru, we've been talking a lot about building habits that serve our goals and how to make those habits a natural part of our day. And this cereal has honestly become one of my habits. As you all know, while I'm A, recovering from surgery, and B, not allowed to work out, I need to make sure I get enough protein to stay strong and keep healing. Because running my morning show has become a daily habit, I needed to compound that with adding a daily breakfast as a habit. I no longer wait until lunch to eat because I need that energy. And honestly, Magic Spoon cereal has been the perfect breakfast for me for my current goals. One serving of Magic Spoon cereal, which is about 1 cup worth of cereal, has 0 grams of sugar, 13 to 14 grams of protein, and only 4 net grams of carbs, and is only about 140 calories per serving. The cereal is also keto-friendly, gluten-free, grain-free, soy-free, and low-carb. One struggle that I've sometimes had while I'm building habits is getting bored with doing the same thing every day. But in this case, I've been able to change up the flavor of cereal I eat each day because Magic Spoon has so many flavor options. As I mentioned before, cinnamon is my favorite, but the fruity flavor is quickly coming in second place. Go ahead and check out the link below to get some Magic Spoon cereal. You can build your very own variety box and use my code SAVVY for $5 off. You can choose from the best-selling cocoa, fruity, frosted, peanut butter, cookies and cream, and maple waffle flavors, plus other awesome flavors including blueberry and cinnamon. And Magic Spoon is so confident in their product, it's backed with a 100% happiness guarantee, so if you don't like it for any reason, they'll refund you your money, no questions asked. So click the link below and use my code SAVVY for $5 off, or go to magicspoon.com/savvy to save $5 on your order today. Also, for my Canadian and British viewers, Magic Spoon is now shipping to Canada and the UK as well, so go ahead and check out that link in my description below. Thank you again to Magic Spoon for sponsoring me. So when I first saw this V-Shred ad show up in my YouTube feed, show up before one of the YouTube videos I was watching, the way he presented this was, you have specific goals for your body. A lot of weight loss companies, diet companies, fitness influencers are lying to you. You really need to do what's best for your body type and work towards your specific body goals.
That's just science.
And I thought that was a good message on the surface. They get you with that. That's where he gets you, right? I think nowadays a lot of influencers and gurus are learning that influencers and gurus kind of have a bad reputation. So when they're first putting themselves out there, they want to make themselves sound like they're not like the other gurus. They're as far away from that as possible.
You want to know why running on the treadmill 7 days a week doesn't work for you when you're trying to lose weight? Because it never has. Well, here's your chance to put all those myths to rest and learn exactly what you need to do to get in shape, depending on what shape you're in right now and what shape you want to be.
So when V-Shred's out here like, all these weight loss companies, all these fitness gurus, they're just trying to sell you something. It's so hard to know what information's true and what's false. They appeal to your sense of inherent distrust to them. Oh, it's so manipulative. So anyway, he starts off like that, and I'm like, okay, I'm with you. I think that makes sense. The commercial of his that I saw did not have the shit about we don't need fruits and vegetables, because if I'd seen that, I'm pretty sure my bullshit meter would have gone off a lot faster. So in all of his ads, he does this thing where he basically tells people to take the body type quiz.
And instead of sitting there for 30 minutes and talking to him about the 3 body types, I sent him to my free body type quiz that tells you the 3 most important things to do to get in shape fast for whatever your body type is.
And the body type quiz is supposed to tell you what kind of body type you have and what goals you should have for your personal fitness and what types of things you should do to achieve those goals. So I thought, okay, I'll give this a shot, V-Shred, because you know what? I've been really frustrated with the fact that I've been looking up how as a woman to bulk more and to gain more muscle, and all I've been seeing is, ladies, don't worry about lifting too heavy because you won't put on that much muscle. I'm like, no, I want to put on that much muscle. How can I get big and strong, right? And there's a lot of things that's like, girls, don't worry about it. Don't worry that you're going to look like a man. And I'm like, I'm not worried that I'm going to look like a man. In fact, I just want big muscles. Can you please help me with that? So I was like, maybe this will be a little more of a personalized approach. Maybe I'll be able to specify those goals and maybe I'll get something good out of this. Let's give it a guys, I didn't expect the sexism. I should have expected I should have expected it. I didn't expect it and I should have expected it. Let's take V-Shred's quiz together. All right, y'all, we are over here on the V-Shred website. His first question is, am I a woman or a man? We're gonna take this quiz a couple times because when we did this on Your Morning Guru, I uncovered a couple things about this quiz. This says that we are going to find out exactly what diet and training is best for me. All right, V-Shred, give it to me. What exact diet and training is best for me? Oh, you probably can't see this. Hold up. This is photoshopped right here. Look at those edges. That's photoshopped. By the way, I don't mind Photoshop. I think Photoshop is a great skill if you're doing photography as an art form and things like that. But this right here is not artistic photography for artistic photography's sake. This is trying to sell someone a diet program. And we're going to see this being a pattern where V-Shred, not Vince himself, but rather the V-Shred company, likes to specifically Photoshop female models to have their backs curve in a lot more dramatically as a way to make their waist look smaller and their butt look bigger. All right, so let's start off with all of my honest statistics. I am a woman. What is my age range? Now, I kind of hate that teens is an option, and we'll get to this because you should not be selling teens. Teens are children. Let's keep that in mind. You should not be selling children on your diet and exercise plans, which are a scam. You're scamming kids, V-Shred. Stop scamming kids. Am I in my 20s or 30s? That's a good question. I'm 29. We'll try it both ways. I'm gonna say I'm in my 20s right now. I'm 5'6". My weight is 160 pounds. I am very active. Now let's see which best describes me. So before we read the options one after the other, I'm going to tell you guys what my fitness goals are. My goals are to put on significantly more muscle, and my main goal is being able to lift heavier, right? My deadlift goal for the end of 2022 is I want to get to 300 pounds on the deadlift, and I'm hoping I can get there. It's been a little slow progress this year because, as you guys know, I'm in surgery recovery right now, so I am not allowed to lift more than like 4 pounds right now, but over the next couple weeks that should change and I should be able to get back to it. So those are my goals. Let's see which of these goals is going to fit my mission the best. I am soft. I'm a uwu soft boy. Hello, V-Shred. I am soft. Okay, sorry. I need to lose 5 and tone up my stomach, butt, and arms. I guess my stomach's kind of soft, but that says nothing then. That goal is pretty much all about weight loss. I'm looking, where's the gain? Because I imagine I am going to be continuing to gain weight. I've gained 15 pounds over the past year from lifting. So I imagine that I'm going to continue to gain a lot of weight as I continue lifting and getting bigger. That goal doesn't say anything about that. It just doesn't want me to be a uwu soft boy anymore. Well, maybe that's not my goal. Let's try the next one. I have 20 pounds or more of fat, in all caps, I really need to lose while building sexy muscle tone. Okay, so sexy muscle tone is the only option, which if we're going to look at the videos in a second, I'm pretty sure he means muscle tone in the ass, which is fine. I want a big sexy ass, but like, I also just want to build muscle tone for the sake of being strong, but okay. I also don't have more than 20 pounds of fat to lose, so I don't think that's my option either. All right, let's check the next one. I'm skinny. I need to add some toned muscle while burning that stubborn fat in certain areas and I would look amazing. Why does the I'm skinny option still have that I need to lose stubborn fat? This is the closest option I can get to just wanting to bulk up and gain muscle, but there is no option for I just want to gain muscle. Why isn't that there? And why, if I'm skinny, do I also have to still lose fat? You know what? I took this quiz and I was like, maybe this isn't fully sexist, right? Like, maybe V-Shred is just specialized in weight loss. Maybe that's just what he specialized in, which then again, like, why does this website act like you're taking a quiz goals? But you know what? Maybe that's the majority of his audience's personal goals. Okay. Maybe it's not sexist. There's only one way to find out, though. And that's to take the quiz with the same stats as a man. Let's do it. All right, so this time I'm gonna say I'm a man. I'm also in my 20s. And once again, 5'6". We want to keep the only one variable right now. And I also weigh 160 pounds. I'm very active. Oh, wait. Well, look at that. The goal, man, the same exact statistics. Same height, same weight, same age. But just based on the fact that I put male, the goals I got are completely different. So let's look at these. I can't get bigger or gain muscle no matter how much I eat or lift. So while that isn't true for me, I can get bigger and gain muscle while eating and lifting. At least it sounds like that goal is on the track of I might want to gain muscle, I want to get stronger, and that is my main goal. At least it sounds like that's on the right track there. This one says, I'm skinny fat, I look slim in clothes, but I do have body fat. Everyone has body fat. What are you talking about? You can't have 0% body fat. You couldn't survive. V-Shred, what? I'm happy with my body, but need to lose one last layer of fat. Okay. Or I'm not happy with my body and want to lose a serious amount of weight. So most of these goals are still weight loss based. However, there's a fourth option. Women only get 3 options and none of them are exclusively wanting to gain muscle. Men get a 4th option, which is to gain muscle. So I don't get that option solely because I'm a woman. Interesting. Maybe V-Shred thinks that all women who are 5'6" and 160 pounds need to lose weight, but men who are 5'6" and 160 pounds maybe don't need to lose weight. Maybe that's what he thinks, which would be a very sexist thing to think, but maybe that's all it is, right? Maybe this isn't, maybe the site, maybe the whole program isn't set up to just be a sexism scam, is it? It couldn't be, right? So I was like, okay, let's try something else. Let's say that I were not Savvy who's taking this quiz. Let's say I was a very underweight teenage girl. So I'm in my teens. I'm a child. I could be 13 for all V-Shred knows. And let's say I'm pretty tall. Why not? Let's say I'm 6 feet or 5'10", because that's where it landed. I am a 5'10" teenage girl. Pretty tall for a teenage girl, right? Let's say that's what I am. I weigh 90 pounds. So let's say I'm a 5'10" teenage girl who weighs 90 pounds. I'm a teenager. I'm a child who is too thin for my height right now. Maybe I will put on weight as I get older because I'm still growing. Maybe I won't. Maybe this girl has an eating disorder. This person's fictional, so we don't know. But those are the stats I put in. Do you think V-Shred would tell a 5'10", 90-pound teenage girl to lose weight? And do you think V-Shred would tell a 5'10", 90-pound teenage girl to build sexy? Well, there's only one way to find out. Let's say she's also very active. Oh my god, what is that? The same 3 exact options? I'm sorry. I put in stats for an underage girl. And V-Shred is telling an underage girl that there's an option to build sexy muscle tone. Let's not market being sexy to children, V-Shred. And let's go a little bit above the sexy muscle tone. I have 20 pounds or more of fat I really need to lose. Okay, V-Shred, this girl put in that she was 5'10" and 90 pounds. Do you want her to be 5'10" and 70 pounds? Do you think that's a good idea? Honestly, not so wise the option even there. I'll tell you why, because this site was so poorly made. Nobody with any real programming skill worked on this site, or if they did, they phoned it in, because the options you choose don't change these at all. This is not a body type quiz. This is an are you a man or a woman quiz. If you don't believe me, let's just change one variable again. I'm a man this time. I'm a teenage boy. I'm a 5'10", 90-pound teenage boy this time. Very active. What is that? The same options? This guy could possibly need to lose a serious amount of weight. Why do you even have options to put yourself in as a teenager if you're going to give these options which are harmful to teenagers? Why do you even have an option to put in your height and weight when some of these options have, could not possibly exist with that height and weight? What V-Shred what? And why, as a woman, can you not choose specifically to gain muscle? All right, so we're gonna go back to me and what I put in the first place. I am a woman in my 20s who is 5'6" and 160. It doesn't even really matter. I could lie on this. It's all the same anyway. I'm very active. Okay. I guess I'll say the bottom one because that's the main one that is going to be mostly muscle. None of these are the option I actually want. I used to be really skinny in my arms, but I've bulked those up a lot, so I'm not really skinny in my arms anymore. You know what? Let's just go with this one and see, because that's the one that's mostly about I need to add some toned muscle as opposed to what? Let's try this because I think it's going to focus the least on weight loss. All right, let's do it.
Okay, so you're falling into the skinny category, which means you're looking to put on some toned muscle, but not too much to where you start looking bulky, you start getting...
See? There... V-Shred! So a while back, when I first heard of V-Shred, the whole reason I took the quiz in the first place was I wanted there to be one place where as a woman I could go to say, I want to get bulky and big and bulging muscles to look like I could throw you across the room. I want to look like V-Shred looks, right? So I thought, okay, maybe if this has the personalized approach, I can do it. I do my very best to pick the option that's not going to fall into those stereotypes that women don't want to get bulky. First thing he says, not too much where you don't want to get bulky. So he's already making up fake things that I don't really feel. He's already just he's already writing fan fiction about me over here. V-Shred is writing Savvy fan fiction saying, well, this is an alternate universe where Savvy does not want to bulk.
Getting that big bodybuilder look, but you wouldn't mind maybe filling out and all.
You wouldn't mind filling out. Of course, he uses a stock photo of a woman who's just pointing directly to her ass. She's over here like, this is where I poop from right here. So he's basically saying, so you want to build muscle in your ass specifically. Also, look at this shitty Photoshop job right here. Like I said, remember I said there's going to be more of women getting their backs Photoshopped in like this. Like, that looks like it hurts more than my scoliosis, dude. Also, look at these, like, edges on the Photoshop. Look at how right here, this is, like, a straight up and down line right here. And then a hard angle. Like, that, they were lazy on that Photoshop on top of everything else.
All those right areas with that lean kind of look.
Where did I say I wanted a lean look?
That's an exciting goal, and believe it or not, it's super attainable.
Well, I don't care if it's super attainable, because it's not actually what I want to attain. You didn't let me answer the option of what I really wanted, Vince.
Stick with me for a few minutes, because by the end of this video, you are going to learn 3 simple fixes that you can start doing today that are going to make it super easy for you to say goodbye to your thin-looking body and hello to your new lean tone.
Okay. I would love to say hello to my bulky, ripped body, but I going from thin to lean is my only option. So women's options are you can go from fat to thin, you can go from soft to thin, or you can go from thin to lean. There's no option to just get bigger. V-Shred doesn't allow that. He said that's not allowed. Women can't be big.
Filled out, fit looking body. And not only that, I'm going to show you how to do it while eating the foods that you love. And
while eating the foods that you love, and he shows this gross-ass looking green smoothie with seeds in it. Who loves that, V-Shred?
Without ever stepping foot on the treadmill again. That sound good to you? I thought it might. Now, after helping thousands of women graduate from a frail body that they're just not happy with and replace what they see in the mirror with something that they're truly confident about, patterns quickly started to emerge from the emails and the questions.
Maybe I need to pick a different goal. Do you think there's any possible goal where he's going to teach me how to bulk as a woman? I don't think so.
And then when it comes to working out, whether it's in the gym or at home, I feel confused about what kind of workouts are right for me. I don't want to lift too heavy because I don't want to end up looking big and manly. And when I'm consistently doing...
Excuse me. I don't want to lift too heavy because I don't want to end up looking big and manly. Then why the fuck are you putting out a quiz that you say is going to give personalized things for people's individual goals? This is literally the Brittany Dawn scam all over again. Oh, we're going to give you a personalized fitness plan based on your goals, but if you're a woman, you don't have the option because you'll look manly. Are you the man and woman police, V-Shred? Vince, are you the authority on what makes someone look manly or womanly? Who are you to say that big muscles look manly? I want to have big muscles, and I'm going to have big, super feminine muscles. I'm going to have the biggest feminine muscles ever so that I could be a super buff pinup girl. That's my goal. I'm gonna do super buff pinup girl shit. I'm gonna start bench pressing hot women all the time. That's my goal. I'm gonna be your gay aunt from the 80s, Polish American powerlifter icon. That is my goal, V-Shred. Why can't you help me achieve that goal? Because you're a fucking hack, that's why.
There's nothing more disheartening than to be on that never-ending cycle of diets that don't work, training plans that do nothing for you, and as a result, never even getting close to seeing what you're hoping for.
So this is him doing the I'm not like other gurus thing. He's preying on our insecurities, saying there's nothing worse than doing all these diets that don't work, working so hard at the gym, but you're doing the wrong things. Here's my advice. Work with a professional. Do not work with a course that's trying to give you one-size-fits-all shit. And it's tough because working with a trainer one-on-one can be expensive, and working with a dietitian one-on-one can be expensive. But this isn't the answer. This really isn't the answer.
We've been tricked by mainstream media into following all these fad diets due to long outdated research. And most importantly, that with just a few minor changes, you can fix all of this and you can start seeing fast, consistent progress.
Like I've said, I'm a very sex positive person. I am a porn positive person. I have no issues. You know, this woman in the stock image, her doing that modeling and getting paid for that work, great. She should just keep modeling, be a small business owner. We love it. I have a problem with V-Shred exclusively using images of women's ass, women showing off, like, look at how big my butt is compared to the rest of me, and not showing a single woman who's a power lifter, a single bulky muscled woman, like none of that. He shows none of that. This is all he wants us to see, because this is the only image he thinks that women should be, I guess.
In the mirror literally this week, how our other female clients have been able to achieve change in their bodies from something that they're frustrated and maybe even embarrassed by to something that they're literally proud to show off was actually.
Well, here's the thing, Vince. The one frustrating me is you, because you will not let me get bulky because I'm a woman.
Much easier than you'd think, and I'd like to share how to make that a reality with you right now. But before I do, how do I even know it's so easy? Well, I'm a certified trainer, a fitness model, and I'm the author of 6 of the best-selling fitness programs on the market today, and I've had the privilege of sharing these exact secrets that I'm about to share with you with literally thousands of women around the world. You've probably been misled towards these solutions that have given you subpar results.
I mean, Vince, you're the only one who's misleading me. In fact, I would go so far as to say you're straw-manning me. I won't say gaslighting because that is overused and it implies intent. However, all Vince is doing is saying to me directly, you don't want to look big and bulky like a man. You just want to get toned and get thicker in the ass. And I'm like, Vince, the only one frustrating me here today is you.
You've probably tried upping your calories, eating bigger meals, doing whatever you can to your diet.
By the way, this video is super long and there's no bar at the bottom to know how long it's going to go for, so we're just going to stop this video and watch one of the men ones instead because this is taking too long to get to the point. He's eventually just going to talk about carb cycling. That's how far I got last time I watched it. I have no interest in carb cycling. Alright, now I'm a man in my 20s. Let's see when I put in the same info again. This is, whoop, that's me. Alright, now I'm going to say I'm just here to get bigger. That's all I'm here to do. Tell me, Vince.
Okay, so you're having issues with putting on muscle. It probably feels like no matter how much you eat or how heavy you lift, you don't ever actually look any bigger. And you'd like to put on some lean size, get your arms filling out your shirts, get your chest popping.
Okay, so how come when he talks about women having lean muscle, they don't look like this? Where's the one for women where I get to look like this?
Out, get your back a little more wider and more muscular, and that's an exciting goal. And believe it or not, it's very easily attainable. So stick with me for a few minutes because
here's the thing. The reason it is attainable, but it's not easily attainable. This whole like, oh, it's so easy. You're just doing the wrong things. No, this shit takes a long time. It takes years of consistent daily work to make this happen. It is not easy.
By the end of this video, you are going to learn 3 simple fixes that you can start doing today that are going to make it super easy for you to finally pack on that lean, dense, vascular muscle mass faster than you ever thought possible. Not only that, I'm going to show you how to do it without going to the gym for 2-3 hours a day and without spending a bunch of money on pointless supplements. Sound good to you? I thought so. I feel confused about what workouts are right for me. My arms never seem to get any bigger. I can't get my chest to get that middle separation. My back can't get that V taper appearance. My legs don't grow no matter how long I lift and how heavy
Yeah, why are all the pictures of men so big?
I lift.
And why are none of them focused on the ass? I'm not saying I want them to be focused on the ass, I'm just saying there's a very clear gender difference in what V-Shred is showing us, if you guys can get what I'm saying. I just want to make one thing clear very quick. Whether you are a man, whether you're a woman, whether you're non-binary, whoever you are, no matter what your fitness goals are, if your goal is that you want to lose weight, or if your goal is that you want to bulk up, or if you don't have any goals and you just want to feel good while you're working out and that's all it is, all those goals are great, and you guys, everyone should just do what makes them happy in their own body and set the goals that are right for them personally. My best advice for anyone who has goals is to work with a professional, right? I'm not a professional in any of this. I'm just here to review shit and expose scams, but I will say that working with a dietitian and working with a trainer at the gym has been life-changing. And I didn't do that right away, right? I spent a good 4 to 6 months before I started working with anyone that I paid for by, you know, just going to the gym 4 times a week, working out 4 to 6 times a week, working out in front of the TV, getting my walking steps up, getting into some lifting exercises and trying to learn them. I started doing that and seeing if this was something I wanted to commit to. And once I did, I decided to pay for those services, especially because, like I mentioned, I have scoliosis. So I wasn't really doing squatting because I was so afraid of hurting my back constantly. So having someone to work with directly who could monitor me and who was a professional was really important. And now working with a dietitian has been incredibly important to me too, especially during my surgery recovery process while I can't lift heavy, to make sure that I'm maintaining what I have built up so far while also, you know, eating right for my recovery and everything like that. By the way, shout out to Kat Benson from Unlocked Nutrition. She is my dietitian and she has her own YouTube channel as well, where she also debunks scams, especially scams in the fitness and diet industry, since that kind of is her specialty. And she talks a lot about how MLM companies try to take advantage of that. So I would definitely recommend checking out her channel if you haven't already. Guys, what do you think of V-Shred? Let me know in the comments below. I'm working on a couple bigger videos right now, so this one and next week's might be a little shorter because I'm working on a huge video about Brittany Brown. I'm going to be working on a huge video about Jordan Peterson. I've just got these big videos that require a lot of research that I'm working on as well, but I'm also happy to talk about a bunch of topics. There's just so many topics to talk about right now, but I thought we really needed to talk about V-Shred and the scams that he's doing. Guys, do not buy a V-Shred course. And ladies, remember, if you want to get super bulky, there is nothing wrong with that. Get your big, hot, feminine muscles. Make it happen. We're good with that here. We are all gender inclusive here on the Savvy Writes Books channel.
That's just science.
I will see you guys again on Monday on Your Morning Guru, and again on Friday on this channel for another new video. But in the meantime, please don't forget to support small businesses, and have a fantastic start to your weekend. Bye!
Hit you some nuts.
There was lots of memes. Makes me wonder if I should take up lesbianism.
Chicago. You guys asked for it.